You think you know ancient history? Think again. These 5 facts will blow your mind. Welcome to our channel where we uncover the hidden truths of the ancient world. Hit subscribe and let's dive in. Welcome to the past. Have you ever wondered how ancient civilizations functioned? How did they perform surgeries? How did they build their cities? How did they pay their taxes? Well, you're about to find out. We have 5 shocking facts about ancient civilizations that are sure to surprise you. Fact no. 1. Stone Age brain surgeons. Over 7,000 years ago, prehistoric humans were performing brain surgery. It was called trepanation and involved drilling a hole into the skull. But why would they do such a thing? Well, trepanation was used to treat injuries as well as to release evil spirits that were thought to cause illness. The process wasn't easy and many patients died as a result of the surgery. However, surprisingly, many did survive the procedure. Researchers believe that the practice of trepanation began in Africa and eventually spread to other parts of the world. The oldest known example of trepanation was found on a human skull in Morocco and is thought to be around 7,000 years old. In total, there are about 150 skulls with holes from trepanation that have been discovered throughout history. This is evidence of a sophisticated medical practice that was common during the Stone Age. Most people associate the Stone Age with a time when humans were nomadic hunters and gatherers. However, evidence suggests that many Stone Age societies were more advanced than previously thought. For example, the use of surgical tools indicates that these societies had a knowledge of anatomy and physiology that was far more advanced than what we typically associate with the Stone Age. Additionally, the fact that trepanation was practiced on both men and women suggests that these societies value the health and well-being of all members of their community. Overall, the practice of trepanation during the Stone Age is a remarkable testament to the ingenuity and resourcefulness of early humans. It challenges our preconceived notions about what life was like before the advent of modern medicine and helps us appreciate the long and complex history of human development. Fact 2. A lost city that vanished for 3,000 years. Located in present-day Turkey, the city was once a thriving hub of activity and power. It boasted impressive architecture, including massive city walls and numerous temples. The city was also home to a number of powerful rulers who expanded its territory and influence. Despite its power and influence, however, the city eventually fell into decline and was eventually abandoned. It was lost to the sands of time and forgotten for centuries. It wasn't until the 19th century that the ruins of Hattusa were rediscovered. Since then, archaeologists have been working to uncover the secrets of this mysterious city. What makes the story of Hattusa so fascinating is the fact that it was essentially erased from history. There is very little documentation of its existence, and what little there is has been lost or destroyed. This has made it difficult for historians to piece together the story of the city and its people. Nevertheless, the discovery of Hattusa has provided us with a unique window into the past. By studying the ruins of this ancient city, we can learn more about the civilizations that lived there and the empires that rose and fell throughout history. The story of Hattusa serves as a reminder of the fragility of human civilization and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. Who knows what other lost cities are out there waiting to be discovered? Fact 3. The first taxes. You might not love paying taxes now, but believe it or not, it could have been much worse. The first recorded instance of taxation occurred in ancient Mesopotamia around 2500 BC. Back then, the government would set a quota for farmers to pay in grain and livestock. If the farmer couldn't meet the quota, they would have to pay in labor instead. Sounds kind of like a bad version of the bartering system, right? The good news is that at least the tax system was relatively fair. Everyone had to pay their fair share based on their ability to contribute. And there was no complicated tax code to navigate. However, it wasn't always easy to pay taxes, especially when the government set the quota too high. Farmers would often have to make tough decisions about how to allocate their resources, and sometimes they simply couldn't produce enough to meet the quota. Even though the ancient Mesopotamian tax system may seem primitive by today's standards, it was actually a relatively progressive system for its time. It helped to fund public works projects and social welfare programs that benefited everyone in society. And it also established a precedent for taxation that would last for centuries. So, the next time you pay your taxes, just remember that it could have been much worse. At least you're not paying in grain and goats. Fact 4. Egypt's forgotten queen. Hatshepsut ruled Egypt like a king. She wore a fake beard and everything. But after her death, they tried to erase her legacy. Why? Well, the answer may surprise you. You see, Hatshepsut was a female pharaoh who reigned over Egypt from 1478 to 1458 BC. During her reign, she oversaw a period of peace and prosperity and accomplished many great things for Egypt. However, after her death, her stepson Thutmose III took the throne, and he tried to erase all records of his stepmother's reign. He defaced her statues, destroyed her temple, and even tried to rewrite history books to remove any mention of her name. Why did he do this? It's unclear, but it may have been because he wanted to solidify his own power or because he was jealous of the accomplishments of his stepmother. Fortunately, Hatshepsut's legacy has since been restored, and she is now recognized as one of the greatest pharaohs of all time. Her accomplishments include building new temples and monuments, expanding trade with other nations, and launching successful military campaigns. She was also a patron of the arts and sciences, and her court was a center of intellectual activity. Despite the attempts of Thutmose III to erase her from history, Hatshepsut's legacy has endured for thousands of years. Today, her statues and monuments can be found all over Egypt, and her name is revered as one of the greatest pharaohs of all time. Fact 5. Smart cities of the ancient world. Did you know that the Indus Valley cities were way ahead of their time when it comes to sanitation? They had toilets, sewage systems, and even street grids. That's right. These ancient cities were basically the original smart cities. Imagine taking a walk down the street and seeing public restrooms along the way. Well, in the Indus Valley cities, you wouldn't have to imagine it because it would have been a common sight. The cities were designed with public toilets and bathrooms built into the public spaces. This was done to ensure that the streets remained clean and sanitary, which helped to prevent the spread of disease. But that's not all. The cities also had a sophisticated system of drains and sewers that carried away wastewater and solid waste. The sewers were covered with bricks, and the manholes were marked with special symbols so that citizens knew where to access them. These measures ensured that the cities were not only clean, but also smelled fresh and pleasant. But perhaps the most impressive aspect of the Indus Valley cities was their street grid. The streets were laid out in a regular pattern, making it easy to navigate the city. The streets were also straight and wide, which allowed for the easy flow of traffic. And here's something else that's pretty cool. The buildings in the cities were also constructed in a uniform style, giving the cities a sense of order and symmetry. This attention to detail and planning is a testament to the advanced civilization that existed in the Indus Valley. It's hard to believe that these cities were built around 2600 BC, because they seem so modern. The Indus Valley cities were truly ahead of their time when it comes to sanitation. Their public toilets, sewage systems, and street grids made their cities clean, orderly, and easy to navigate. It's no wonder that they're considered to be some of the smartest cities of all time. Well, there you have it. 5 amazing facts about ancient civilizations that you probably didn't learn anywhere else. From brain surgery to ancient toilets, these facts are sure to blow your mind and make you appreciate the incredible history of our world. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more about the hidden truths of the ancient world. And thanks for watching. The past isn't dead. It's just waiting to be rediscovered.